Alright, so what episode we doing?
Yeah,
We ain't even established.
47.
What the fuck is this?
Man.
What? I didn't ask that. I meant, what?
Keeping love alive, keeping hope alive.
Nah, he said Romo doesn't want to do that.
Well, what does this entail? This is what I'm asking y'all.
Yeah,
Well, it was
Well, first
his
off,
idea.
147?
Yeah.
147?
Then I'll just do that one later.
You sure?
Yeah, so either, what do you want to do? Either inspiration or leadership?
Inspiration first,
Alright, go ahead, Chris.
so that we can get some inspiration. Was this
Well,
my
what-
idea? I don't think it was my idea, but I'll throw it out there. Like,
Well, what is
gives
the
us
definition of inspiration? Yeah.
The
What is-
definition, I don't know. But my definition
Oh, God, look at that.
is what makes me want to keep on living. What gives me the energy, the life energy to want to be nice and to live at the best capability that I can live.
It's like your Earth Pass.
What's
Yeah.
that from?
Soul!
Oh, okay.
I had to yell that because I was so
Soul!
shocked that Chris does not know.
I haven't seen it 3 times like you, my friend, but thank you for reminding me.
I've only seen it once and I knew what
So
he was
look,
talking about.
inspiration means the process of being mentally stimulated to do or feel something. Specifically, especially to do something creative.
Mentally stimulated. That's
What
tight.
is being creative?
Huh?
What is being creative?
Being creative, I think, is
He's trying to
creating.
reel you in with his wordplay. Don't let him do this.
Well, the music's helping too. It's like, whoa.
No, I think we all know the difference. I think we did a creative episode, didn't we? Like,
Yeah, creativity.
Yeah,
How to
creativity
get
or
it.
something.
Oh, he does it all.
And then we talked about how like oftentimes it can come from trauma and stuff, but not always. But anyway, which one are we doing again?
Inspiration.
Inspiration. What inspires you?
What inspires me?
You guys asked this question 2 minutes ago, and you're asking it again. This is funny.
It's
And
okay.
you're asking it to each other again. It's funny.
What?
Come on.
Go ahead.
What inspires me?
Mm-hmm.
Third time.
I don't know, man. I mean, that's a good question to ask, but I think what inspires me really is
Fourth time.
I guess seeing people who can go through a struggle but find a way to make it out.
Do you have any particular?
Yeah, you got Manny Pacquiao. You got
Okay.
one. He's done it where he's made it out of.
Philippines, the slums of the Philippines.
Yeah,
Mhm.
they eat dogs over there sometimes.
Wait.
Actually, the story goes that his dad ate his dog.
Oh wow, that's what
And
inspired him
when
to
he-
fight. John
no,
Wick
that's when he
style.
ran away and he had to fight to survive. Really,
I can't believe he let people write
Whoa.
this.
he not only became
It's real shit.
a world famous boxer, but he basically became the inspiration for an entire country.
Yeah.
He actually went into Congress and did some things, and of course he had his own little addictions and whatnot. But he wasn't a perfect human, but he's been able to at least give hope to people.
Yeah.
You
And
know?
I'm sure he did physical help too. I'm sure he donated some money and shit like for the Philippines. I'm sure he put his own time, effort into it.
Oh yeah, he put his own time. He put his own time in the casino sometimes too.
So,
Yeah, he had a gambling addiction.
well, that's just like Norm Macdonald. He kind of inspired me because he's a funny comedian, but in the background he was like had a gambling addiction too, which is interesting because a lot of the great geniuses have this like they usually have something, some addiction that is like their downfall. Usually, I don't know. I don't think it has to be across the board, but it seems like it happens sometimes.
I think the most recent inspiration I've been getting is from a professional wrestler named John Moxley. You know, he went out he had to admit he had an alcohol addiction, and now he's come back and he's won the AEW championship twice since he's come back.
That's tight.
And he's just taken the world by storm by just the way he's been able to be a professional wrestler.
Sober.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that
being
shit
sober
is
too.
tight. When I hear about comedians that end up going sober, like they were alcoholics or they did drugs and shit, and they go sober and they're still funny. I think that's pretty inspiring.
It don't even have to be like a hardcore struggle. It could just, it could be, an internal conflict that you have with yourself that's just keeping you, holding you back.
Seeing people go through what you're going through is very inspiring,
Oh, of course.
especially when they are successful. It's like,
I'd say
okay,
another
that's how you do it.
inspiration is George St. Pierre. A lot of mine are going to be athletes, if you're going to be honest.
But this is a saint?
No,
Oh, okay.
this is his name.
Okay.
His acronym for him is GSP, but it's George St. Pierre.
What's he do?
He was, to me, he's the greatest MMA fighter of all time.
And why does he inspire you?
This guy, this is just giving you an example because I read his book, and this guy would literally take a bus ride from Montreal to the Americas just to do jiu-jitsu training while also working a full-time job as a garbage man. And he would be on the bus for hours just to go and do jiu-jitsu training. because nobody else knew jujitsu, and he needed that for his MMA game.
I feel you.
The struggles that man went through, he was broke, he was homeless, he went through everything, and for him to just come out the way he did, even when he took an L, it's still inspirational.
All right. What about you?
What about me?
Throw in somebody that inspires you. Something or somebody that inspires you.
I guess you could say my mom. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, like a lot of times that's what keeps me from wanting to complain too much, or like what keeps me going. You know what I'm saying? Like
Why?
my mom, because my mom, she was a single mother. You know what I'm saying? She had to play the role of mother and father, and she worked worked full time to support me and give me all this other stuff, still support me and whatnot. And she still made time to be a mom, take me to the park. You know what I'm saying? Like take me out to the movies. You know,
She was loving.
Yeah. It was a struggle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I know that she did all that. So she didn't do all that. So I would just end up growing. So I grew up a little older and just fold. You know what I'm saying? I gotta keep on trucking. You know what I mean? And I definitely don't want to show up to my mom having to tell her that things aren't going good in my life. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that makes her feel like she did a bad job. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I try to like I said, keep on trucking. You know what I'm saying? Through whatever comes around. You know, because I want to make her proud. You know what I'm saying?
If she could do it, you could do it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh, for me, man, the one and only, our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Lately, he's been inspiring me because I've been reading. Right now, I'm in 1 Corinthians. It's a lot of Paul, but the parts that were about Jesus were pretty dope. And what I read in the Urantia and the Bible, and this is probably kind of controversial, but I think how some people say whenever Jesus says I'm the way to God, like I'm the only way, and so they see that as like, oh, you can only make it to the other level if you believe in Jesus. But I don't think that's what he meant, because before he said that, he said I am, like he equated himself to peace, love, and life or something. So through me you'll reach God. So I think he's saying through peace, love, and life you'll get to God.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I don't think he's gonna be like, nah, that fool didn't believe in me, so you can't see my dad. That's
I'm pretty sure he specified, don't deify me.
right.
So I haven't seen him talking about himself.
Yeah.
He's talking about what he represents.
Exactly.
So yeah, I'm the way. What I represent is the way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My symbol, me, my you know what I'm saying?
And that's that that ultimate, the suffering and shit and dying and shit is crazy.
Yeah, man. Like I said, everyone turned it into the worship of the dude. You know?
Yeah. I know that's gotta be frustrating. You get to the other side and like, a lot of them still don't get it. And then you got the Crusades happen and you're like, oh, these motherfuckers. But I guess that evolution has to happen with humans to get to that higher level of thinking. But yeah, he's dope. He's dope. A lot of those dudes in there are pretty dope. They're pretty inspirational. David was kind of dope, especially when he was a kid.
He's talking about King David.
Yeah, King David. But when he was a kid, he wasn't a king yet, right? When he slayed Goliath.
Yeah, that's what they say, right?
With a stone. Yeah, I don't know if that's true or not. But yeah, and then currently, like, my mom, my dad, they inspire me, my son. You guys.
Crazy in the Bible, because it's like, for not having any type of way to communicate instantly, these fools were on the scene. All these major events, they were like on, can't, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
Like I said, man.
By word of mouth, right? Because a lot of it wasn't recorded until like a certain point. It was interesting because I was learning about digital anxiety, but they went back to like Plato and some of them boys, and they were saying that reading and writing might be not good for us because then we're not going to remember everything. Right. So we're just gonna be able to go back and read it, so we're not gonna have to memorize it.
So you think before reading and writing people were smarter because they
That's what Plato was theorize.
because they could retain and had to retain.
Right. That was true knowledge to be able to regurgitate and say and understand and
That's
know
interesting.
without having to go back and read it.
That's an interesting theory.
And so, with the digital age, even more so, we think we know everything, but of course, it's like you're not really going to retain this a lot of times because it's just, I don't know, because it's there. We don't have to. So those guys are pretty dope too. The philosophers, they inspired me. Plato, Aristotle, Marcus Aurelius. He's fucking dope as fuck. Yeah. Sometimes Fyodor Dostoevsky or some shit like that.
Fyodor Dostoevsky.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah. They got bars.
Yeah.
They got real good bars.
Rumi?
Rumi's dope. Osho sometimes. You ever hear Osho?
Yeah, I know.
Rumi's fucking dope though. Rumi has a lot. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, what's another inspiration to you? Rominator.
Guess my kids, nephews.
Yeah.
I don't see where they've started off and how they've gone, and to see how they are with other little kids. Inspires me to still try to be kind to others, even though I don't want to be some certain people. But you get it's not because you want to, it's because it's just what it has to be.
The hardest way is usually the rightest way.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
The reason that if you don't want to be nice to anybody is probably because of your own ego.
Yeah.
And seeing them just kind of kill their own just makes me kill mine even more, because it makes me just want to keep inspiring them because they get it from what they say from me. So
It's like a back and forth.
pretty much.
Yeah, heck yeah, bro.
Because they can feel like they wouldn't be anywhere with me without me, and I'm just like, I wouldn't be anywhere without them. They keep me going in a sense.
You made them better, they made you better.
Pretty much.
That's tight.
But also it's like when I would train people, it inspires me to be better. And when one doesn't do well, it inspires me to try to work better.
Training them in what?
Either at the job or in boxing or anything like that. Anything I've done in my life, football, anything.
In leadership positions.
Pretty much.
Future episode.
It inspires me to always do better. When people just struggle, it makes me want to work harder with them.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I feel that. That's real. You got anybody else? Or anything that inspires thee?
The thing of the young people, to be honest with you, bro, like we're lately a lot of young people are coming in, and for example, it's like you know the reputation you might already have with the people that are already there, but it's like you don't want people to say, oh yeah, this dude is a dude that is helpful, and then they look at me and they're like, he looks kind of lame, you know what I'm saying? Like, so they keep me, sharp, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I gotta look the part, you know what I'm saying?
I feel you, man. Yeah, it is good to work with a mix of people to be able to, like, from young to old, and be able to hold it.
Yeah.
With everybody, with the likes of all of them.
Yeah, I guess that's like a sort of discipline I try to keep, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Staying relevant.
Yeah, there you go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, kids help with that. Kids are. There's been philosophers, and then even in the Bible, it says that kids are like, because of their purity, there's like closer connection to God and the universe for whatever reason. They're more sensitive. Like they're like usually like a great way to appreciate life, for inspiration. Pedophiles take it too far.
Whoa, this went dark, bro. We're ain't gonna sit here and talk about what inspires them.
Alright. But yeah. What else inspires?
I mean, what we have to look at as inspiration as something that could be good and also it can be bad. Like what's
negative
bad,
inspiration?
For me,
I was gonna say music.
I was gonna say one thing for me is seeing people that ended up kind of like letting life beat them up. You know what I'm saying? Like that people that you can tell they gave up. You know what I'm saying? They're 40, 50, maybe even whatever. But you can tell that they sort of just hit a peak, and that's who they're gonna be for the rest of their lives until they die. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I don't want to be like that. I don't want to stop growing at 35, 40, 45, 50. You know what I'm saying? I I want to still be someone who has a hunger for life. You know what I'm saying? A little eager to live. You know
I mean, I stopped growing when I was 24. What do you mean?
You know what I'm saying? Not someone,
Vertically.
You know, not someone who wakes up and complains about everything every day. You know what I'm saying?
That's a horrible way to live.
Cause
That's a horrible way to live.
And at work, you know, because we have a lot of people who've been there for like 20, 30, years, and they, you can tell a lot of them just they don't like the job. I see some of the drivers when they first started driving, they had pep in their step, and they were all happy every day. And I don't know, who knows? Maybe the job went down, maybe they started, accumulating some injuries here and there, wear and tear. And now you see them, bro. You can tell they're not happy to show up anymore. They're just like
They fucking hate their
whatever.
jobs.
But I wonder if it's their jobs or themselves. Like it's got to be a deeper thing, right?
Combination of both, bro.
Because
Combination.
I've worked at this job for almost 10 years, and there's been times where I hated it and times where I loved it. But usually it's what I'm going through in my personal life and how I'm reacting to everything. How I'm like, because it's all about your reaction to those actions. And if you don't react, it's just like, it's taking time to try to control that. To control your reaction to actions. To stay calm. Staying calm is like the goal. And that's hard to do sometimes. But it's time.
So I guess inspiration, like I said, that is seeing people who gave up. It makes me not want to give up.
Man, seeing losers, you're like, man, I'm fucking
You
winning.
don't want to call them losers.
Nah, no, just
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
suckers.
People who just, like I said, they became the victims of life instead of knowing that, hey, you have the power to change anything.
Right, you're in control. Yeah. But it's like, it's not even it's almost like, what do you do in your off time? Like, they probably shit.
And you know what hurts me the most when like it is an injury that those people in. Like, for example, this guy at work who recently he was looking beat up. Like, he's just looking older than ever. I worn down. I asked homeboy today what's wrong with him. He's like, oh, he had a sciatica issue. You know what I'm saying? Well, shit.
What's that, skin, right?
No, sciatica's like it's a back.
Oh.
It's gonna be a back hip nerve issue. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be honest, I can go into depth so I can study it a lot. But it's an issue. Yeah, it can fuck you up. But there's definitely ways to manage it and cure it. But I guarantee what this guy's done, he's done what a lot of people do, right? He's not a professional. He went to the doctor, and let the doctor diagnose him, tell him that, yeah, you're fucked up, you're weak, and, and he's buying into it.
Then they give him pills and shit, you get worse.
He's allowing, he's giving, like I said, the control over his body to somebody else. Bro, this is 2022. You go on YouTube and type in sciatica help and find
natural methods
of issues, stretches, 'cause that's what it is. It's a nerve issue. A nerve issue usually has to do with a muscle that hasn't been used properly or not used at all.
Yeah, a lot of times people who work jobs they don't go home to stretch.
No.
They go home and they're
sedative
or whatever it is. Like, they sit down, they watch TV.
They make it worse.
Yeah.
And then, so they're not preparing themselves for the actual job that they have to do.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that it hurts me to see people that, like, if for something like that, an injury that I feel could be treated on your own and can be fixed pretty quickly, but because you decided to sort of allow someone else to basically give control of yourself to somebody else, now you sort of like, I guess I'm not. I guess I need to give up. I need to sit back and be
miserable.
That's not gonna heal you, nigga. That's
Give out this negative energy.
That's what happened with your nerve, bro. The nerve is not used. You need to wake up and use it, bro. Learn how to use it right. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how it is. With a muscle issue. A lot of these injuries are just because you misuse the muscle or use it the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, 2022, YouTube, you can become like one of those people who know the body. They have a name. You go to college and kinesiology, something like that.
Kinetic energy.
Yeah, something like that. You can become a kinesiologist late now just by going on YouTube and typing in any body part. This hurts and
not officially, you won't have the degree,
there's
but you can do it.
chiropractors and there's people who have degrees in that, who have doctors who have started YouTube channels that give nothing but advice, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that shit really works. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it hurts. It makes me happy to see all these people on YouTube who do want to help. But then it sucks to see all these people who are in need of the help and like just don't even know, don't even go looking for it, right? They're just like they want to go to someone and say, "Fix me."
Really.
You need to fix yourself.
Really, subconsciously, maybe they enjoy it.
Yeah, they play the victim. Like,
because they like the
I get to play
attention.
the victim. I'm hurt.
Right. They get that because they don't really get attention.
I have an excuse for being shitty or being lazy or being whatever now. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, bro.
It's tough, man.
You bring yourself down. So
Yeah.
frequencies and shit.
I think they don't
There's
have
a
like.
mosquito flying around. If you see it, kill it.
I think they don't have
On
like.
sight.
I think more people need more personality. That should be a class in high school, like personality. 'Cause-
No, the school's about taking away your personality.
Exactly.
Forget. That's
Become a
indoctrination.
cubicle robot.
Yeah. Hate yourself and just end up fucking.
Go become someone who just I live a 9 to 5 life, and I go like I said, I just go home and I sit in front of the TV and
Get on Facebook.
get on Facebook,
Scrolling for hours.
complain, compare my life to other people and shit. Like, yeah, bro, we can talk about the dangers of social media, have a whole podcast on that, and how it's fucked someone up. And like me as someone who walked away from social media, like for real, walked away. We're in 2022. I walked away like 3 years ago.
You know, it's another inspirational thing that I always take is sights.
What?
Sites?
Sights.
What?
You mean like landscapes?
Yeah. Like,
What?
Like a sunset?
What?
Yeah, like the beach. Like, you know,
Yeah,
that
that's pretty
picture I
tight.
sent you from
Earth,
the
the
beach at
earth,
night.
nature
That's
does
what you're
inspire.
saying?
Yeah, pretty
Okay.
much like that. You know, like how when you took pictures of the mountains, I'm like, man, those look like fake ass mountains. But it's like, nah, bro, these are like legit big ass fucking
The
mountains.
pictures,
Ah!
and then
It
the
looks
pictures,
like a portrait.
the pictures don't even do it justice.
It don't, but you get the point of it. You know that right there would just being out there in nature would inspire you, and that's the same inspiration that
You
I would
know,
imagine that
you know,
the Aborigines or the natives or Aristotle, all these people. You know, when I look out at the sea, I wonder if I stare out. You know, and maybe I'm just being dramatic with it, but think of it like a native that was in Florida back in that time probably looked out in the same horizon that I was looking at. Probably different stars.
Or different setup, kind of with the same sky, same sun, same moon,
Yeah.
he's
same
right.
stars, just in different places.
He's right. When I would go to Colorado, it would really be like it's special being out there. You know, it's definitely a huge. It makes you want I wanted to get up every day early to go do more shit. I just walk around. It's not like I'm there at some resort. Nah, bro, we're just there in town, and not even the cities and nothing. Like I wanted to get up and be in. I wanted to breathe in the air. I
You want
wanted
to live in it.
I want to see those
Exist.
mountains. Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I wanted to walk around and enjoy every second of sunlight that I could get. You know what I'm saying? Like I wanted to.
Because it's different.
I want-
It's
yeah.
a change,
Yeah,
and
you
it's a
know
good
what I'm saying?
change. It's
Sadly, I don't have that over here. You know what I'm saying? You don't have that inspiration. Like, I want to see my environment too much.
but then it wouldn't be as special, maybe.
That's true. That's very true.
But there is some stuff like when I went to Missouri too, when we had like a family reunion years
Bow
ago.
City.
Huh?
No, nothing.
Old City?
Missouri City is called Bow City.
Well, it was Missouri, the state.
The Mo.
St. Louis, Missouri.
The Mo.
It's also the state of Missouri. But it was tight, man. It was tight. Seeing like different animals and shit. Like I saw like a fucking chipmunk. I'm used to just seeing squirrels, But it's all inspirational, I think. It's really inspirational. The Mary Joanna.
I guess it depends.
On what?
I guess you need. See, I guess I'm thinking like an adult. I guess you need that stuff to
No, it's not necessary for inspiration, but it can cause inspiration.
Yeah, you're right. No, you're right.
For musicians,
You're right.
anything that alters the state of mind,
You're right.
can be an inspiration. But like you said, negative inspiration. Alcohol used to give me negative inspiration to go and holler at,
Like
whoever.
I've asked the question a lot. When you drunk, tell me one loving thought you got. You don't really give me a loving thought.
Making love to my.
Nah, there's a point where if you're with your boys and you're drinking, you start crying to each other, apparently. So there's a point where you start like, oh, I love you, man. I love you too, bro.
See,
So, but we don't need that. We could do that without that. But some people are so hardened that they need that,
Sounds like the H word to me.
which one?
oh, what?
I can't say it.
The one that's like
The other one.
hookers?
The one that rhymes with my last name.
Oh.
Oh my god, I like how that gets it. But
You
nothing.
Because that was like a hard.
Anyways.
I wouldn't even be
Anyways.
because I feel that you hanging out with your boys over there on all the many nights that you drank, I'm pretty sure a couple nights at least, you busted out with the I love you guys.
But that's
Yes.
because it naturally
Look,
he
speaking
does
of the
that.
dumbass.
Hey, I'm not saying no names. Don't say no names.
Yeah, but
That's my boy though. But yeah, no, that's happened. You know.
See, so
I said the same shit too. Between
y'all are being
some H words.
That's what's up. It's okay, man.
But I give him a hug though. I'm not hug like that.
Damn. See.
thought he was gonna talk about Hispanic or something. I was like, what H word? Nah, just kidding. Anything else? I think.
I guess
Okay.
just be inspired by the right things. You know, if things are making you like, it doesn't matter what it is. Like it could be music. You know, it could be
I got one more.
just going out. Hold on.
Okay, go ahead.
It could be just going out for a walk or a run. You know, or jujitsu, or boxing. Whatever it is that gets you creative and inspires you to be better. You know, go for it. You know, that's what I'd say.
Sometimes showers are inspiring.
He's right.
What the
You,
fuck?
you get ideas in the
He's right.
shower.
He's right.
No,
I
Not you?
mean, you're right.
Sleeping,
But that is like a
dreaming.
that is just like a complete. I guess
It's inspiring.
it is.
But
it's
one
just
thing that
weird. It's just
inspires that I think people should do. Well, I don't know if they should do, but work when you interact with somebody who's blind or handicapped, and when they're out looking like you know that kid I worked with last year, or whatever, he was very inspiring.
Yeah, people like I said, who weren't blessed with the things you were blessed with. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm confused.
Like-
what are we on? Like,
Inspiration. What inspires you?
Like not even not even not even the talk
disabilities
shit.
or
Like,
taking a shower?
like-
what the hell are we on?
like not-
Well, now we're on disability.
Like
Okay.
not even to talk shit, but it's like, you know, when you know, if you're a pretty motherfucker and you see ugly people and you see the struggle, you know, you should be just appreciative of the fact that you don't
Yeah.
have that same ugly people struggle. You know what I'm saying?
Or when I see somebody like
That's all I'm saying about that.
shit out of luck with their car, and I'm like, damn.
Yeah,
But
never
that's
make-
sympathy, I guess.
I used to make fun of
Empathy.
people when you saw them as like a, you know,
On the side of the road?
a dent line when they got to it, you know, like, oh, these
Oh,
motherfuckers can't
nah,
drive, you
I
know.
think I'm like, man, I've been
I
there.
learned my
homie.
lesson now. Yeah, after you've been in some wrecks, you know what I'm saying, or after your homies wrecked your mama's van, you know what I'm saying, like you learn some, you learn to just be like, you know
I wrecked a
what?
lot of
I'm
cars.
sorry that it happened to you, sir. I hope that you get your car fixed soon. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want that to be you.
You don't want no negative thought.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? When someone's car don't start, don't be like, because hey, that, tomorrow morning that could be you. You know what I'm saying? Yay!
Guess that's it.
How much was it? 27? That's pretty good.
Boom, hit that red button, baby.